Hey guys, welcome back to Forward Adventures. It's Hong once again, and I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. It's pretty cold outside. I think it's minus 12, minus 15 outside with the wind chill. So stay inside. Stay inside, guys. I do apologize for the noise, background noise. My furnace is kicked in. So yeah. In today's video, we will be doing some prep work on a couple of brackets from GateKeeper. These are pod light mounts for your knuckles on your Jeep. Now these come in different variations for different years. So you get this one's for the JKU, and then they have JT or JLs and Gladiators and whatever. And this comes in bare steel. 1/4 inch steel, and yeah, and all you have to do is just unscrew 2 bolts, and you just screw it into your knuckle, and then all you have to do is install your pod light on top here, and that's it. So it's pretty simple, pretty innovative product. A fellow Jeeper at Beast Off-Road introduced me to these mounts, and he says it's fantastic, especially when you're driving at night, and then you can actually see the beam depending on what direction the wheel is at. So yeah, looking forward to getting these installed. I do have a pair of pod light, should be arriving soon. It's just at the post office, just waiting to get delivered. Nothing really fancy. Originally I was going to get some KC ones, but you know what, those are pretty expensive. Just a pair of KC lights, pod lights, are like $300. So I went the cheap route for now, and I got a pair from AliExpress. So see how those last. If they don't last, then I'll just get a pair of KCs. Drop the money. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just gonna scruff these up a little bit, and then take these outside. Depending on the weather, I'm just gonna get these primed and then spray painted black. So all right, I'll keep you guys in the loop. Hey guys, both brackets are complete, primed and painted with the logo installed as well. Originally I wanted to paint these red, but I ran out of paint, so I didn't want to go out and buy new cans. So here it is. So right now I'm just waiting for my pod lights to arrive. They're at Canada Post, waiting to get sorted out, and once that's done, it will be here. Right, see you shortly. Here are the pod lights that I purchased 3 weeks ago from AliExpress. Pretty happy that these are in at the moment. Usually when you order items from AliExpress, they tend to take a little bit longer, roughly maybe 4 or 6 or even 8 weeks, depending. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Definitely not Amazon 1 to 2 day shipping, but this will work. As you can see on the box, it does say motorcycle external spotlight. I'm pretty sure these will work just as good as any other pod lights out there. And the reason why I chose this set, this actually resembles the KC Flex lights that I originally wanted to get, but only for a fraction of the cost. So this set actually cost me 44 Canadian dollars with shipping, versus the KC Flex lights, which are roughly around $400, including tax, shipping, and depending if you add covers to it or not. So gonna go with these for now. See how long these last, and if these don't last, then I'll end up purchasing the KC Flex lights. So what's really cool about these, These are actually dual colored, so these do have a yellow and amber LED inside. It also depends on how you want to wire it up too. So you're probably wondering why there's only one pod light in here. I do have the other pod light installed onto the bracket. I just wanted to give you just a quick run through of what's inside the box. But yeah, I'll show you in a moment how it's installed onto the bracket. Like most products from China, you either get instruction or you don't get instructions, and this one had no instruction whatsoever. The box includes the mounts and all the screws. You know, there's a screw. You have the bolt to the bracket, and then these socket screws to the pod light itself here, to the sides here. As simple as this gets, I do wish there was some kind of instructions or even a link to a PDF, you know, because I'm buying a product, right? I would like to have some kind of instructions. This pod light feels well made, and it has a solid feel to it. It's pretty heavy actually. This case is made out of aviation aluminum. Not sure what that means, but must be good. It's 3,800 lumens per set, 30 watts, and the lifespan is roughly around 30,000 hours. These are IP67 waterproof and dustproof, and they operate between -40 to 80 degrees Celsius. So pretty decent specs for a $44 product. Like I mentioned earlier, the other pod light is installed on the bracket, which I'll show you in a few seconds. Let me just put this away. And here you go. You have your pod light on the GateKeeper bracket. Pretty simple. As for adjustments, you have your main screw right here, which allows you to adjust the left and right. And then you have your two smaller screws on the side here, which allows you to move it up and down. On the back here, you have your main wire coming out of the pod light, and then this wire houses three smaller wires: red for white light, yellow for amber, and then black for ground. In my case, I'll be extending the black and yellow to my S pod, and then I'll be adding a quick disconnect in between, so I can disconnect the pod light if I've encountered any issues. So I won't have to cut the wire itself. But other than that, this is how it's supposed to look. And let's take this outside and get it installed. Alright, see you guys outside. Hey guys, we are back in the garage. It's been a couple weeks since the last part of the video. Life's been really busy, had a couple of funerals to attend. So hence I haven't been able to record anything. But just taking advantage of this really wacky, weird weather. It's currently like almost 9 degrees. Feels like spring, but it should be like -12, 13, whatever it is. But yeah, I'm going to take advantage of today to actually install the pod lights onto the knuckles. Last week I actually had the knuckles installed. I tried to do it myself. The bolts were like seized on. I couldn't get them off, so I had to take it to a friend at his shop to have him remove them, because I didn't want to actually break the bolts off the hub, on the hub. So right now I have them installed. I'll just quickly show you right now, right there. So here is that bracket that you saw earlier that I was working on right now. So there it is. It's in there. All I have to do is just install the pod light onto the top here, and then just rerun some wiring. I already have the pod lights on this side. It's a little hard to see because I have the wheel turned, but right there, as you can see, it's right there on the bracket. And I already have I have it following the brake lines, so I can wire it Okay, so I can now then wire it up. Let me just go around to show you. And here we go. So I have the pod light right there, and you can see all these zip ties, and I have it just following all the way around along here and up to here with the quick disconnect. And then I'm just gonna connect it here and run it up into the engine bay over to the S pod. So yeah, I'm just trying to do this trying to do this without removing the tires and all that, because I have no space in the garage right at the moment. So yeah, so what I'm going to do right now is just gonna move the Jeep forward a little bit so I don't get that crazy wind out there, and install the pod light, then run the cables, and we should be good. I'm just gonna put this onto the bracket here, just like that. Doing this side is a lot easier than that of the passenger side. So what I've done as well is I added just a little sleeve onto the wire just to protect it from rubbing and all that. So what I'm going to do now is just again, like I mentioned earlier, I'm just going to follow the brake lines and just zip tie them so I can feed the wire from the top and then just quickly connect it. Just tighten this. Okay, now the fun part, well, not actually the fun part yet. I just need to zip tie the wiring and follow it with the brake lines. Again, trying to do this without removing the wheel. They suggest it's definitely a lot easier if the wheel is removed, but I don't want to do that right now. It's just a lot of work. Just doing that. Then this. Hopefully, I can see it. Again, I don't want to tie it. I don't want to zip tie it too tight. Still want to give it some room to move around, but just. Following just this is just a really awkward position that I'm in at the moment. Half my body is in here. My head's rubbing against the fender line, inner line fender. You know, my back is sore. So many things going on. Okay, there we go. So I have the pod light right. I have the pod light right there, as you can see, down there, and I have the cabled, the wired, just following the brake lines, and it goes all the way around here, and then up here, and then I'm just gonna snake it up all the way up to the top into the engine bay from the top there. So then I have a quick disconnect here on this side, so if anything happens, I don't need to cut the wire like I mentioned before. Alright, now let's get into the engine bay, run the wires from there to the S pod, and we should be good. We can start testing this. Alright folks, we are almost complete. I pretty much did all the wiring. I didn't want to bore you guys with me running wires and doing the soldering and cutting and all that. I ran into a couple of snaggles. I had the wrong ends on one of the connectors. I had to cut it off and, you know, redo the whole thing. And then my wiring from my passenger side to the S-Paw was short by about 1.5 feet. So I had to find some wire, and I had to extend it, which I really don't like doing that. But it is pretty much complete. I have the connections wired up to switch number 5. I went with 2 separate connections, and I just doubled it up on the single switch. I was going to do one single connection and then just patch into it, but due to lack of wire, I didn't end up doing that, so I went with 2 separate connections, and then I just fed it down to the bottom through there into I'm not sure if you can see it. It's just let's see, right there. It just hangs right there and connects. There's enough slack for it to move around if I do flex the Jeep. Same goes on the other side. Let's just take a quick look. Just running out of time. It's getting cold. The wind's picking up. And again, we have it right there. So it's coming down through the top to that little hole up there. And then goes around. So let's see if all this works. So I'm just gonna go to switch number 5 right now. Put you guys down here. We're expecting a 50-60 kilometer winds, so I'm just trying to just finish this up for now. And we have light, folks. So both lights are working. Right there, that's the other one. So yeah, when I straighten up this tire right here, when I straighten this up, the light does get blocked by this fake skid plate right here. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow is I'm just gonna get the Sawzall. I'm just gonna cut it right here, and I just remove this piece so that the beams can go through. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Alrighty folks, we are back in the garage. It is a wet day. There is a storm coming this afternoon. Right now it is just dumping rain. Just trying to get this fully done and out of the way. As you can see, the Jeep is very wet, and we are gonna go down under here and just cut off this little portion of this fake skid plate, this plastic skid plate, so that get some more coverage of the beam from the pod light. Did drive around this morning. There is some light that you could see, but pretty sure this is blocking most of it. So right now I got the Sawzall ready to go, and then we are gonna do some trimming. Same goes on the other side as well. All right, so we should be done this in maybe well, I doubt tonight I'll be able to get out and test go around driving. Probably be really bad out with the rain and snow and all that, so I'll probably have to do some testing tomorrow or sometime during the weekend. All right, let's get cutting. Go, one piece is done. On to the next side. that's pretty much it, guys. That's how it looks. I guess I should sand off the sides a little bit and just clean it up. But yeah, now that I have a little bit more space, should be a little bit better. Let me just try it. Turn on the lights. Let me see. I'll put you guys back here. Oh, definitely a lot better. Way better. What a difference just cutting those pieces off makes. Definitely a lot brighter than before. Pretty happy with the outcome. The only thing left is I'll probably just have to sand off those burrs on the plastic, but overall the install is pretty much complete. All the wiring, all the mounting and all that is done. And now the last part I have is just testing it out during nightfall. So definitely won't be doing it tonight because it will be snowing and it's going to be mixed precipitation. So definitely won't be going out and driving it around. Probably end up doing it probably the weekend and probably kept some footage for you guys to see how this works. But yeah, can't wait to get out there. That's pretty much it for the video for now, and I will see you guys on the weekend. Ciao! There you go, folks. Both pod lights are working as they should be. Some minor realignment needs to be done on the passenger side to lengthen the beam and brightness, but overall I love the outcome. If you guys want a pair of GateKeeper mounts, I'll leave the link in the description. Like always, if you guys enjoyed the video and found it useful, please hit the like or subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.